Hey everybody, today I'm going to be reviewing the Smith's DCS4 4-inch diamond combination sharper. Before I get started, I want to go over the details about the sharpener here itself. Knowing that it has two different sides for it, I want you to understand the differences between the two sides. The yellow side, which is going to be the coarse side, is going to be a 750 grit. So that means that it's really good to re-hone in and resharpen knives that have been extremely dull, and before you get them into a more fine sharpening stage. The other side, which is the orange side, is going to be a fine stage, and it comes with it's 325 grit too as well. So that way you start sharpening with the 750. Once you hone in the knife and you get it somewhat sharp, then you go in and you finally start sharpening it on the orange side. What's really neat about this particular unit too is that it has a slide in the middle to where you can sharpen pretty much your hooks if you're doing a lot of fishing with it. Like I said, I use it a lot more for my my pocket knives. So when I'm using it, I have a lot of the same pocket knives. I constantly and going about it now, taking to learn how to actually sharpen with the stone takes a little bit of practice and any type of sharpening skill. So don't expect to immediately off the get-go to be able to sharpen anything. So I would give it some practice. You know, start with the coarse side first, okay, and then after you've hold it at about a 30 degree angle, you bring it in and just kind of slowly develop a movement. Now there's plenty of videos on the internet on how to sharpen your knives, so this is one that I constantly practice with, and it requires a little bit of practice, but once you get it in, this is pretty much the only sharpener you're ever going to need. So once you start using it with that, you go ahead and you switch the side on it. So when you do that, hold it at a 30 degree angle, and then flip it around. And once you start doing this, you develop it over a period of time, and you start doing that, you're going to find that it starts to get easier to do. So that's just with a pocket knife, my typical pocket knife for what I do. This is going to be a common knife that I use for cooking. It's a little wore out, yeah, but I use this for camping a lot. So you want to maintain that 30 degree angle, and it's that little end right here, this little box really helps on that fine slice in the blade. So when you run it through, really that one little chunk right there really helps. Move that up, and then you bring it in 30 degrees. And then you go ahead and you do it with the fine side. In grade. I use this a lot, especially for cooking, because I cook a lot of food with meat, a lot of barbecue, and a lot of Brazilian churrasco. So I have to constantly have a sharp edge on my knives. And that's it. All in all, it's a really good sharpener. You carry anywhere you can. It has a holder there, so if you want to attach it to your book bag or you want to attach it to your camping gear, it's really easy to hook up. But other than that, it's definitely something to own and keep in the kitchen, or if you're going camping, RVing, it is definitely useful. So that's my review of the Smith's 4-inch diamond sharpener.